onto the next subject, and that looks like it's going to be the Usos, and a funny one, I think. Interesting, but when they opened their mouths and went on that big spiel about why they were here, whatever, I did have to kind of step back and go, hold on a second, these boys sound like they're going to cap me in the head, and I thought they were Samoans.
Very good point. This is exactly the thing that struck me, and probably fans watching thought the same. You know, they've put another Crime Time on screen, and very quickly, after the split up of the real Crime Time, you've got Crime Time Mark II. Now, I know a new take on Samoans is probably good, but I mean, wrestling fans are traditionalists. I mean, if you saw another Head Shrinkers with a bit of a modern edge to them, I would prefer that. And I think, you know, we lost Umaga. Umaga was over, and Umaga was doing pretty well, and he was up there in main event matches with Cena and Triple H. So, you know, the Samoan gimmick still works, and it's such a classic. So yeah, I also think that they should have kept him kayfabe, and maybe they shouldn't have spoken for months.
Yeah, I think the dress code was the first no-no, and then certainly coming out with that legit, maybe that's the way they speak, but I definitely had the fear of it was a little bit close to Crime Time and a little bit too far away from their heritage, I suppose. And really, when you think back over the years, with the likes of those, I suppose, I know he wasn't Samoan, but when you think of somebody like Kamala, when he first came in and around, he was legitimately, you know, people were kind of, whoa, what the fuck is this guy about? And likewise with Umaga, and even that Raw show we went to with the one where Vince put that poor jobber guy in the ring and had Umaga pretty much destroy him. I think everybody in the arena definitely kind of went, oh Jesus, this guy's going to get his fucking head kicked in, basically. And you know, I know it's all work, but for the casual fan and the people that did know better, I'm sure they felt the same way. And it's ruined already. They just came. I know they did that run-in with their Hart Dynasty, and it was that was legit. And you thought, okay, this is going to be pretty cool. But in the first setting with a mic, they really dropped the ball, I think, with that one.
It's all about kayfabe, isn't it? It's all about suspension of disbelief. And even if we're not kids anymore, even if we, you know, don't have the kind of idea that these guys are real legit monsters and that they're to be feared, you know, we still watch it, so we are still worked, and we enjoy the sort of work feeling. And I mean, you can still, at the very least, buy the character they're sending you. You know, you don't fear the guy, but at the same time, you want to see a good character, and indeed, like any TV show, you want standout characters, and indeed good heels as well. Now, these guys are probably going to have some trouble. I'm not going to say this too early, really, because it's probably not going to be the case, but I mean, Kofi Kingston, he started with the Jamaican accent. Maybe they're going to suddenly turn around and you know, make these guys go silent, but I think it was just something they should have done first. And, you know, you'd like them to maintain some sort of a gimmick, and you know, I like the guys. I was certainly happy when I saw them in FCW, and I was very positive about what they could do. Now, also, we want to talk about Sorona. I mean, Sorona Snuka, who went under the name Tamina in FCW. I'm not too sure about this girl. I mean, you know, she's got the lineage, she's got the connection to Snuka, and it's very early days, but maybe it wasn't the best idea to put her straight on the mic. So I felt like there was maybe two miscalculations in there. You know, firstly, you had these Usos talking in their own, maybe tongue. I mean, the way they sound every day, and I mean, Samoans have really never done that, so perhaps a little bit of a changeover, but I don't agree with it. And then to stick Sorona on there, I mean, she it's her first time on a big TV show, and you know, how nervous would you be? But yeah, very kind of a cardboard kind of delivery. You know, it was you know, she just wasn't all there, it didn't seem to me, and I think maybe they should hold off a while. But it's interesting because it looks like we're going to have Usos versus the Hart Dynasty. And of course, the knock-on effect there will be Tamina and Natalia. Now, I'm sure there's going to be some six-man tags, six-man woman tags, or mixed tags over the next few weeks. And yeah, Sarona, man-woman. I mean, that's maybe something I was thinking. She's certainly a big girl. And indeed, yeah, maybe it should be a good thing to see a girl like that pushed.
Yeah, she certainly is strange looking, definitely, I will say that. But then again, Superfly was never really Calvin Klein model either, really, was he, you know? But in saying, it could be early days for him, but she was pretty bad on the mic. And she her sense of timing when it came to that frog splash wasn't exactly spot on either. But yeah, it's early days for them. I don't think many of the three of them, they haven't been even in FCW too long. I think they were all probably in the last 2 years, two or 3 years, they're all pretty new to the whole thing. So maybe they're just too green for their own good and got the call too early. But again, we'll see. It could be good.
We will wait and see. The Usos are going to be there. They're going to be taking on the Hart Dynasty in the coming weeks. Perhaps their program now locked down and maybe some pay-per-view appearances. Will they be lucky to get on those pay-per-views quite early? I certainly think that's possible. I mean, the Hart Dynasty, they've been working pay-per-views, and if the Usos are getting the rub, then I'm sure they're going to be going along with them, and the Usos are going to be good. I think the feud is going to be great, and of course, not to forget, they are in fact Rikishi's twin sons.
And it's good to have the tag team division somebody coming back.